Sure.
People walking across it. Still cars. Some of the other ships that we saw right here, there's 3 tons. It's just tons out there here.
At this time, if you're on any of the outer decks, you do have sensitive ears. I would recommend covering them right about now, as we are going to be sounding the ship's horn right now for our captain's salute. So what you just heard there is referred to as a captain's salute, and it consists of 1 long horn blast followed by 2 short ones. And it's just a nice little way of saying thank you between our boats and the bridge operator for opening the bridge for us. It used to be required, although it no longer is today, but it's still a nice little tradition we do like to follow, because after all, the bridge operator did open the bridge for us, and he gave us a nice big wave earlier, and those are pretty nice things. So why once we want to say thank you, right? Looking off to our starboard side, the right side of our vessel, where most of our sights are going to be from this point on in sailing. You can see we got a large antenna structure here known as our deck of the Duluth Entertainment and Convention Center, where they've got all sorts of different things that go on there all throughout the year. They've got the museum ship William A. Irvin, for instance, is available to tour as a wonderful museum. They've got our sister stores, even the Venture over there for all your outdoor needs. They've got conventions, they've got concerts, and all sorts of other things. But the part I'd like to specifically call out here is all the construction work. Because starting in 2022, our harbor actually started to receive cruise ships coming in from all across the planet. And so as a result, in 2023, the city of Duluth decided they were going to try and rebuild the seawall here. And so as a result, when this construction project is finished sometime next year, it will allow them to tie the cruise ships directly alongside the convention center as a way to embark and disembark passengers in a much more efficient manner than what they currently have to do, where they currently use tender boats to shuttle people to and from the boat as it's anchored in the middle of the harbor. Right next to the deck, we've got the much more colorful building here known as our Great Lakes Aquarium. It was opened back in 2000 as one of North America's only freshwater aquariums, although it no longer is a strictly freshwater aquarium because they later went back and added a number of saltwater exhibits. They got fish from all across the Great Lakes, they got fish from all across the oceans, they've got turtles, they've got frogs, they've got snakes, they've got a bald eagle, they've got a giant Pacific octopus, and my personal favorites of the bunch, they have a pair of really adorable river otters as well. The colors of the building do also have significance, as the green represents the nice green forest of northern Minnesota, the blue represents the nice open blue waters of Lake Superior, and the red represents the iron ore, which has been the bedrock of the area's economy ever since its discovery on the Mesabi Iron Range all the way back in the 1890s. Look over here towards our starboard side here, to the right side of our vessel once again. Just behind the concrete silos, I'd like to point out the next spot on our tour. As you can see, a large boat coming into view right about now. That large boat down there is called our Sundew, and she was launched right here in Duluth, Minnesota, all the way back in 1944 for the United States Coast Guard. And she sailed with the Coast Guard from 1944 all the way until 2004, when after 60 years of service, including rescuing the two survivors off the Carl Lee Bradley, that later sank in Lake Michigan back in 1958, she was finally deemed to be obsolete, and so was given to the deck for use as a museum ship. She was only there for a couple of years though, as the deck realized it couldn't financially keep her going anymore, and so today the Sundew now is set resides under private ownership, as she can sometimes be seen sailing around our harbor for use as a private yacht. Down this first slip here, you can see we got a large brick grain elevator here. As we get a little bit around it, you'll also be able to see a giant letter A painted at the top. That right there is called a Hansa Buller Elevator A, and it is the oldest active grain elevator in the entire city of Duluth, opening its doors all the way back in 1908, the Consolidated Elevators Company. It served with the Consolidated Elevators Company from 1908 all the way until 1943, when General Mills purchased the property and renamed it to their own Elevator A, where it then operated with them all the way until 2012, when they loaded their last ocean-going freighter, and by 2015, they had emptied out the silos and closed us down and were good. They sat empty for a number of years. They weren't quite sure what they were going to do with it until back in 2022, the site was sold off to the Constant Motor Company based in Omaha, Nebraska, who has since reactivated the elevator and now use it to ship out nutrient-dense sugar beet coke, which goes over to Europe for use as animal feed.